What's going on, everybody? Welcome into the Nittany Pod. I am AP. He is Nick. TK and Alex are going to be joining us soon, so we have a full house. What can I say, man? Oregon 30. Yeah, where do we start? Oregon 30, Penn State 24. I mean, it's the same story, different chapter. All right, let me start by saying that was the most incredible environment I've ever seen in college football. So shout out to the fans. Once again, fans showed up and did their job. And once again, it was a wasted Saturday in the James Franklin era. He now moves to 4-21 against top 10 teams. I mean, it's just atrocious to say. And I know, the way this game ended really isn't on James. So you and I spoke about that the other day. The way this game ended really isn't on James, but obviously the way that it started is that goes into this preparation. Because once again, you're coming off a bye week. The offense specifically, looked lost through three quarters. And really through three quarters, this team looked like it could, at least the offense looked like it's a 9-3 offense. And if this team goes 9-3, that is a fireable offense. I mean, let's just keep it real. But again, the way that this game ended wasn't on him, but at the end of the day, a loss is a loss, and we are still the butt end of a joke to all of college football. And I mean, what more is there to say, man? Like the joke continues, and it's I don't know, man. Obviously, I don't truly think he gets fired unless the bottom falls off. But I gotta say, I'm out on James Franklin. I'm out.
Yeah.
He can't do it. He can't win the big game. And like I said, we're a joke. And, a lot of people are worried about, what if we become Nebraska? Who are we going to hire? First of all, we're not in the same area as Nebraska. We actually have high school talent to feed into the program. This is a top 10 program. This is a top 10 job. I think it'll be an attractive job when it opens up. So we shouldn't really have too much to worry about. And look, let's be honest. If the bottom does fall out and we get rid of James Franklin and we're a perennial 8-4 program, we're no bigger a joke than we are right now, guys. I mean, let's keep it real. We haven't beaten a top 10 opponent since 2016 other than Utah and Boise State. It is a joke. So, I mean, I get like we like the whole safety route and everything, but at the end of the day, you got to try something new, man. It's stale. We've had the same thing for 12 years. It's time. It's time.
I don't even know where to start with this shit, man. On the James Franklin thing, you're absolutely right. Like, at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure just about any average Joe could come in here and win 9 games. I mean, the talent that you're going to attract at a school like this is going to be elite talent.
Hell, Bill O'Brien did. Bill O'Brien won 7 with 40 scholarships. Sorry,
exactly. Like, no. You're spot on though. Like, people always like to mention those years after the scandal. It's like, dude, that's not even comparable to what's going on right now. Not even comparable. The place where this program is at in general, with its history, with its tradition, with where it's located in this country, this program is always going to be competitive. The question is, do you want to be competitive in this James Franklin sense where you win all the games that you're supposed to win and lose all the games you're supposed to lose? Or do you want to fucking make a big move, hire someone, have a couple 8-4 years and rebound and potentially actually go win a national title, actually have a chance to win a national title? James Franklin is like the most stereotypical, like, hypothetical of all time. It's like the most basic hypothetical that someone asks a shitty program, like, oh, would you guys want to be 10-2 every year, but you guys would never be able to beat a top 10 team? Yeah, I bet 125 programs in the country would say yes. And guess what? They're loser programs. They fucking suck. They're never on TV. They don't have 110,000 seat stadiums. It's not comparable. All right, it's not comparable. And all the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks, almost over a month, we've been doing this show now this year. And every episode, we said the offense is a problem, play calling's a problem, Drew Aller's a problem, the offensive line's a problem, Nick Singleton's a problem. And guess what? All of those guys were still a problem for the majority of this game. All right, the fourth quarter, we can talk about it. It was a good fourth quarter. I'll give them props. I thought they were dead. I thought they were dead when it was 17-3. I'll give them props. They made a nice comeback. And then
Dan
you throw in
Lanning
a
thought they were
triple.
dead too.
He did. He did. He was like, we're done. We're donezo. We're donezo. That guy, he's something else. He's a dog. I wish we had someone like that as our coach. And just then you throw into fucking triple coverage in double overtime. I just don't know. I don't know what to even say about that. It's absurd. They had every advantage possible. You're coming off a bye. You're playing at home. Oregon's
Yeah.
coming from God knows how far away. They're a young team. They haven't played anyone like this yet. We haven't either, but we were an experienced team. This was a very similar core to the team that played last year in some big time games. This Oregon core was very new, had a lot of transfer portal guys, a lot of young guys, a lot of guys that had never played in this type of atmosphere. It was just the perfect
There he
opportunity to
is.
win. There's Alex, the man. How
What
you
up?
doing?
What up? What up?
I-
Lots to
I'll-
talk about.
Yeah.
You know what? You haven't been on here in a few weeks, so I'm gonna let you go
I
on
know.
a rant here.
Yeah, go ahead. Oregon 30, Penn State 24. What's your reaction? Fire James Franklin?
You know, well, I mean, yeah, I feel like that should be everybody's reaction at this point. I don't think you can come out of that game and feel like we are in a good spot. I think we had every single opportunity to win that game. You know, if I come to you two and tell you like, hey, the defense is going to hold Oregon to 17 points after Tom Allen and his dumbass, couldn't stop them to save his life in Indy, I think both of you would be like, ah, cool. Like Penn State's probably going to win that game. But yet again,
Absolutely.
in a big game, offense looks incompetent. Drew Aller looks like he has no clue how to play football. Andy Kotelnicki sits in the booth and does nothing to make it more comfortable until it's too late. And it's just the same thing over and over and over and over and over. And to be honest with you, like, am I mad? Am I frustrated? Yes. Am I shocked?
No.
No, not at all. Like this is
No.
what we've come to expect. This is what we have learned. Like this is what we do this is what Penn State does. Like we do not win these games and we shit away opportunity after opportunity after opportunity, and we can list 10 games by now where this is the case. And it's just there's one common denominator, and he's bald and wears glasses, and is soft as shit anytime you listen to him talk. Like it's just, I don't know how you can come out of that and be a Franklin defender at this point, because the dude obviously is really good at building a program. He walked into a dumpster fire. It is better now than what it was when he got here, but that's it. That's all it's going to be. It's just going to be more the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out Bo Nickel there. This is Penn State. This is what we do. I mean, we just go 10-2. We lose every big game. It is what it is. Yeah, I mean, it's time, man. It's time. You had mentioned the guy is soft. Like I'm not trying to question the guy's manhood or anything like that. But when you're talking on the football field, dude, how the fuck does the kicker nail a 49-yarder in the second quarter, whenever it was, and then in the third quarter on the same side of the field, you have a 52-yarder and you pass it up? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Not only do you pass it up, you punt it, and it nets you 16 yards because it's a touchback. Like,
Okay,
bro,
well,
you don't even try to go for all
right, so
sackless. Like that right there.
Decisions aside, and I honestly don't think like his decision making was like brutal, other than probably that one.
Yeah.
But
Well, and also the way that they just did not use Katron Allen for most of the game, and Nick Singleton was the primary back. That was crazy.
the fact,
Katron Allen has been the most consistent player on the team for the last 8 months, and he was just nowhere to be found the entire first half. That was insane. That was insane.
He had
decision.
4 touches in the first half. Four touches in the first half.
It's
the
still
guy's
only 8
averaging
in the second half.
The guy's averaging 6-7 yards a carry. Like I don't care if Nick Singleton's on a billboard, in downtown State College. I don't care if Nick Singleton's, Gatorade Player of the Year, whatever the hell he was. Like I don't care. Like go with your hot hand. But that's the other frustrating part, right? And I think that's a huge point to make. So Dan Lanning brought a sophomore quarterback across the country in his first huge road start in a really, really, what I thought, shout out to everybody that was there. I thought the environment was insane. I thought it was so loud. that it probably didn't help my massive headache that I had by the fourth quarter. But that aside, they brought the sophomore quarterback across the country and made him look more comfortable with easy throw after easy throw after easy throw than our third-year starter did with, in the second year of a system. How's that possible? How is that possible? You had a preseason of
There he is.
nobodies, basically, right? You played Nevada, you played Villanova, you played FIU. Like, how does Dante Moore look better in that environment than our quarterback does at home? Like, how is that possible? It's coaching malpractice. I don't get it. I'll never get it. And then James comes out Monday and says, yeah, we need to get him easier throws. No shit. No shit.
Is this live?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We're
You
rolling,
just hopped
buddy.
in. We're like 12 minutes in.
We already
Oh,
gave our
wow.
reactions to the game.
Oh,
What's
wow.
Oregon 30, Penn State 24? What's up?
Wow. I mean, is everybody already gone?
Yeah.
Pretty much. So I
Yes,
do.
sir. Yeah.
I mean,
I said a lot.
wow.
We all did.
Wow. I mean,
What a game. I mean,
Instant
I
classic, huh?
yeah, I have a pretty serious sinus infection right now. For those who aren't aware, I got it at the game, I'm sure, when I was walking my fat ass 2 miles back to the Graduate Hotel after quite simply the most disappointing, disgusting football game I've ever attended in my life. So let's go through the game. We get to the game. The crowd, as always, is electric. It's probably the loudest I've ever heard it, to be honest.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah. I said
To sum
earlier,
up-
the greatest environment ever.
To sum up this game, I mean, when I think last week when we asked the biggest concerns about this game, I think we said Drew, obviously, and he sucked per usual. Singleton, he sucked per usual. The interior defensive line that I spoke about for 3 weeks and said was piss poor and was going to get pushed around, got pushed around and looked pussy. James Franklin, I mean, easily the most overrated, fraudulent, embarrassing coach in college football. The most gutless, emotionless individual on the football field you could ever imagine. I cannot explain enough how everything you've ever asked for since you've been here, this game had it. You had the coordinators you wanted, you selected, you pay them handsomely. One of them, I don't know what the fuck Kotelnicki was doing for 3 quarters. I don't know what that was. The defense was outstanding in my opinion. But for you to have the coordinators you want, the quarterback you always wanted, what was supposed to be the best duo of running backs in the country, which clearly was incorrect. Maybe one of them is top 5. The best offensive line in the country, they said. Maybe not even a
Definitely not
25
looking
unit.
that.
This was the most disappointing game in Penn State football history. And it was orchestrated by the most fraudulent coach in college football. The most fraudulent coach. I watched the Oregon Ducks versus them series.
Oh God.
And
oh God. Why would you do
I
that
just
to
can't
yourself?
I can't tell you what I would do for a coach that has the balls that Dan Lanning has.
Yeah.
The
Oh my God.
team-
Yeah. Yeah.
The team personifies the attitude of the head coach.
Right.
And James Franklin is a fucking pussy. Okay? I cannot tell you. And the question everybody's going to ask, and everybody's going to be so upset. Oh my God. Like, oh, there's so the whole season's still in front of them. Like, oh, they can go 10-2 and make the playoff. Oh, we still have a chance at Ohio State. You don't have a chance at Ohio State. Okay? You might not have a chance against Indiana, which would be otherworldly embarrassing. The reality is simple. That is, if James Franklin is the head coach at Penn State, you will never win these games, ever. And if you left that stadium thinking anything other than that, you're the problem. You're a fucking problem. Because he's done it time and time again, and all you can ask yourself is, who else could we get? I'm here to tell you right now, in the wise words of Stephen A., we don't care. We do not care. I will take anybody.
I said
Anyone.
earlier, we are as much of a joke at 10-2 as we would be at 8-4, 7-5. We're the same joke. We can't beat anybody big. So it doesn't matter. Just rip the fucking Band-Aid, pull the plug, however you want to put it. Just do it, man. It's time. It's time.
On national television, Penn State was at the Oregon 36-yard line. And it was 4th and 9, I think, or something like that.
4th and 7.
There's so many different things that you could do.
Yep.
And James Franklin decided that we were going to punt the ball on the Oregon 37, and it went into the end zone on I don't know who that was at the 1-yard line, but that was the most unathletic display. You're getting paid so much money that, in my opinion, as a true, I mean, now I can just say, someone who just can't fucking stand you, James Franklin. I mean, just the worst football coach, just the worst. Like, great person. I'm sure he's a great husband, great father, great developer of young men. I'll give him that. But as a football coach, you are fucking horrendous. Like, it's unfathomable. Like, it's the most gutless display that you'll ever see.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing that really pisses me off too, because everybody that wants to keep him. Their first thing is always, oh, he's such a great guy, great husband, great father, blah 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 blah. Look at all the NFL talent he produces. Look how great our players are on a team. Bro, I don't give a fuck. The USC, players wanting to plant the flag last year, and he's running up to him, no, and everybody's like, oh, what a great guy, great message. Bro, fuck all that bullshit, man. Stop being a pussy. Let your fucking balls hang. Let your dick swing. Fucking, bro.
I was so happy that the Oregon Ducks, obviously I wasn't happy about the interception, which was, I mean, we've ran the play 50 times. I mean, can you do something else?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. We had literally ran that 7 times in the fourth quarter coming
just
back.
as someone who has, as I would say, a set of balls myself, I was elated to see those student athletes run down the field to the student section and just talk shit for 15 minutes right in front of their face.
That was
Because,
so brutal to watch.
That is the head coach's mentality going through his team.
Yep.
Like, we have, and you could do nothing but just watch.
Yep.
We had no excuse. You had a bye week. It's at home. You're favored. You have everything you ever want. If you somehow find a way, and people are going to respond to this and say, you guys are downers. You're not real Penn State fans. You're a bad representation. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. You know why? Because if you continue to defend, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over and over again, expecting different result. He's done it 21 times.
Yep.
And he says, I'm not going to let this loss define my career.
There's 20 others.
Your career fucking sucks. It sucks right now. There's coaches. Who would you get? I mean, dude, people are doing it. I saw the night before Virginia beat Florida State. I saw Arizona State go to the playoff. I just, like, what are we saying? I saw Kurt Cignani go to the playoff his first year at Indiana.
The immediate response to all that is always going to be, well, Virginia's going to go on to lose 5 more games this year.
And we might too. We might too.
Yeah. Well, yeah. If that happens, he is fucking out of here. But again, going back to we'd be the same fucking joke, bro. If you don't believe that we're the same joke at 10-2 as we would be at 8-4, me and TK can introduce you to a few people in some group chats. Okay. Like, we are a fucking joke, bro. Nobody takes us seriously.
Nope.
Nobody respects our coach. Nobody respects the program. Like
Nope.
it's.
And I can
I'm
honestly
tired of it.
say
I'm tired of it.
Oregon didn't respect us. All right, they
No.
were going for it on fourth down,
Literally every
within
time.
the fourth, like every time. They did not respect us, and they have no reason to. They kicked our ass in Indianapolis, regardless of what the box score says. They've
Yep.
been kicking everyone's ass while they joined this conference. At the end of the day, the players in that Oregon locker room actually respect their head coach. The players in the Penn State locker room, you could say, oh, they love James Franklin,
So-
this, that. They love James Franklin so much that every time they actually play a team with some actual guts, they get their ass handed to them. All right, so don't tell me they respect James Franklin, because they don't respect James Franklin
They've heard
whatsoever.
fire Franklin after every
So-
big game for the past
This
3
is a-
years.
this
and
also
did
is
the
nothing about it.
loudest boos and Fire Franklin chant I've ever heard. I have already gone ahead. I've sold the rest of my tickets for the season. I won't be watching that bullshit. I will not be traveling up there to watch that bullshit. I'll tell you right now. I said this to my family leaving the stadium, and I don't want to do it, but I probably will. I will never be back there as long as he's the head coach. I
So-
can't do it.
Go ahead, Alex.
So I think what we're all kind of looking for, right, is somebody with an edge. Like that's
Yeah.
what we want to see. And I couldn't agree more when we say that the team takes on the personality of the head coach. And to me, the head coach doesn't have any type of edge whatsoever. Anybody that's been to a game recently or in his tenure, in any big moment, there's no emotion. We stand on the sideline, we look at our card, we have our arms folded, we walk to this end, we walk back to the other end. Meanwhile, I'm thinking of, so to me, the best coach that ever existed and coached a college football team that I've watched is Nick Saban. Hands down, no questions asked. And I've watched Nick Saban cuss his players out on the sideline up 47 to 3 against Western Kentucky, right? Like they are going to win the football game, but yet he is on the sideline cussing his players out. Am I saying that you need to cuss your players out all the time? No, I'm not saying that. But I also think that a public display of displeasure of whatever you want to call it would go a long way with, number one, your fan base, which I know you could give two shits about, speaking
Clearly.
of James Franklin. But also, like, what? So I would love to know, and maybe I'll just pose this question to you guys because none of us know. I would love to know, like, what is he like behind closed doors? Like, he mentioned Monday that he really wanted to be as positive as he possibly could be, right? In my mind, you need to walk in there. Now, I'm not saying you need to do it all week, but at least Monday, Sunday, whatever, you need to walk in there and flip tables,
Yeah.
right? Like you need to send a message that this is not good enough. Does he do that? Like
No.
we will never know, but I don't think he does that.
James,
No.
the reality
He-
is, to simplify it all, what you just said, from a personality perspective, and I think it's very clear. I mean, the way, top teams just walk into Beaver Stadium and leave, excited. James is kind of a bitch. I mean, that's the way it is. It's kind of sad, really. There's no more exciting place to be in the entire country, probably, than the away locker room at Penn State in a top 10 matchup. There's probably no better place to be. I mean, there isn't. It's, people talk about home field advantage. You've seen people talk about the whiteout. You've seen Saban, you've seen Meyer talk about, it's 3 to 7 point favorite through swing. Doesn't matter because the coach sucks so damn bad. He's the great equalizer. It's never Penn State sucks. It's never Penn State doesn't have great players or great athletes. It's James Franklin's still the coach.
Well, and that's the thing that I want to mention too. Because people are going to listen to this and they're going to be like, oh, like you mentioned earlier, oh, you're not real Penn State fans. Oh, you hate Penn State. Oh, no, I love Penn State with all my heart. I will bleed blue and white if we're 0-12 or we're 12-0. I don't give a fuck. I will watch every game. I will go tailgate. I will attend it. I don't care. It's not a Penn State issue. It's James Franklin. James Franklin needs to leave. I'm a Penn State fan, not a James Franklin fan. He could go. Everybody can go, and I'd still be a fan. Like it's not.
Yeah.
Like,
I think
stop
I do.
pairing the two.
I really do. And as much as I hate him, you know, I can understand a lot of the commentary. Like, I get when he came here, Penn State was not a desirable job. I get that. I understand that. I understand what he's done for the program because he's done some good things. Like, he really has, you know, from facilities, you know,
Absolutely, yeah.
where we are now comparatively to when he got here. He deserves credit for that, and I get that. And he loves to bring that up. He loves to say the whole body of work because that's the whole body of work is comparing right after
Which
the
was very
sanctions
Dabo energy of
to
him to
now.
say.
But the reality is we're in year 12, I think, year 12.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, James, you know, you're almost your own worst enemy because you set the standard of it not being the sanction years and us winning 10 games, and that's great. But now those 10 games look a little fraudulent now when it's just you're beating up the bottom half and losing the games to the top half. So, and it's like he said it himself. So any Franklin, you know,
Right,
quote unquote
right.
defenders who are listening to this, he said it himself. It's not a narrative, it's a fact. He said that, not us. He said that. So he's hyper aware. And I think Kraft is also I hope is hyper aware as well. Because it's not a bit anymore. Like it's not a narrative or a bit or a flavor of the month. Like this is who he is. Like he can't do it. Statistically, the fact that he has not lucked into one of these games should
It's
tell you
crazy.
It's
even more.
insane. It's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
He's not preparing them to make the plays when you need them most, no matter how bad the game was. And it was horrendous for 3 quarters. It was bad. I've never seen Penn State, in my opinion, against Ohio State, Michigan, anybody else with a pulse, when they go down 2 scores, usually that's it. And I give them a lot of credit for that. They battled back. They forced OT. Not a soul in that stadium thought they were forcing OT when they went down 14. They deserve credit for that.
Absolutely, yeah.
But the reality is, it's the most on-brand ending for a James Franklin team. This time, you took that hurdle. You came back in the game. You tied the game. You go to overtime, right? Equalize. 0-0.
Take the lead.
Overtime. You take the lead in overtime, right? Place is jumping. 4th and 1. You have a chance to end it right there. Can't do it. Dante Moore, they fumble the snap. 2nd and 13. Didn't matter. Like it's like it's almost like it's not even a him thing. Like maybe his teams just can't do it. Like it's not going to happen for him. Like statistically, like we said, you luck into a situation that you win the game. He does not get those either. Like it's just not.
We're just
good enough.
cursed,
And then,
bro. We're just cursed.
And then your best players.
It might just be we're cursed.
It's your best players though. At the end of the day, if your best players can't make the plays when they need to most,
That's what I'm saying.
it's an indictment of you. Drew, interception to lose the game. The last 3 losses we have all come off Drew's interception, basically. And denied Dennis Sutton. Had a chance to sack Moore. Didn't sack him. Nick Singleton, complete ghost. Nothing. Katron Allen, 4 carries and a half. Just coaching malpractice, dude. It's not good enough. Like, it's not. If you're a Penn State fan, like, we are not a team who's like, oh, we're going to win the Natty this year. Like, we don't have those expectations. We don't. We're not an elite football program. We're a very good football program. We're not an elite football program. Like, you have to, at some point, I said they deserve it. The fans deserve a moment, just one moment. They had a chance to do that in overtime, 4th and 1, to do it. After almost 10 years of not having it, it was right there, and you still can't do it. It's an it is on him at the end of the day. I don't care who replaces him, bro. Because no matter what, if they go 7-5 or they go 10-2 and lose to the 2 best teams, they're doing the exact same thing. They could go 10-2 this year and not make the playoffs. Like, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
This is the thing. All I've been hearing for all the Franklin defenders out there, the main thing they'll tell you about James Franklin, they'll be like, oh, well, you know what? James Franklin's a great recruiter. Brother, it doesn't matter anymore. You don't need to be a great recruiter anymore. It's all about the money. It's all about the money.
And
it's all about the transfer
portal. He's not a great
portal.
recruiter. We gotta stop.
He's not.
He's not a great recruiter.
He's not a great recruiter.
He's not. It's top 15. He's got like 2 top 5 classes. He's not a great recruiter.
He's not a great recruiter, but that's their argument. And at the end of the day, it just doesn't matter in this day and age. You think Dan Lanning is touting about how he's a great recruiter? No, he's not, because he has a fuck ton of money and he hits the portal and he knows what he's doing. It's
there's
just
people that have left Pennsylvania that have just fucked Penn State.
Martin Harrison Jr., Kyle McCord, bunch of them.
What do you say? A great recruiter.
Will Howard.
It's top 15. It's top 15 classes.
So I think here's the question, moving forward, right? For us, he's not going to get fired in the middle of the year or whatever. So we can ignore that part. And however the year plays out, the year is going to play out. I don't think they're going to win in Columbus. I don't think they're going to make some deep playoff run, because it's going to be a way tougher run than it was last year. So whatever, however this year plays out, it's going to play out. But moving forward, where is this program going to go, right? Franklin's buyout is massive. I do not think Penn State ponies up the money, or even thinks about ponying up the money to fire him and paying that buyout, which Sandy Barber can, no, there's no way, dude. We can barely pony up money to put a new stadium up. Come on, we know better. We've been Penn State fans long enough.
I don't know, man. I
don't know about all that.
I don't think 72. I don't think $70+ million. I don't think that's ever going to happen. So
if the bottom falls out here, I think
arguably, my question is where is Pat? So my biggest question is okay, where's Pat Kraft at after watching Saturday night? Where is his mind at? Because I agree with what TK somewhat alluded to earlier. I don't think he's going to sit around, or maybe Aaron did, I don't remember, but I don't think he's going to sit around and be satisfied with this, right?
Right.
So is it possibly a mutual parting of ways? Is it where do we think the program as a whole is at?
Here's the deal, right? In regards to, they're not going to give Franklin's buyout. The biggest donor, or one of the biggest donors, one of the richest donors in the university, Terry Pegula, hates James Franklin. That's a well-known thing.
Yeah, he also probably wants to hire Matt Rule, but whatever.
Fine.
Who also sucks.
He wouldn't do any worse. He wouldn't do any worse here than James Franklin's do. He wouldn't do any worse here than James Franklin is.
Bro, he's 0-16 against top 25 teams. That's James Franklin 2.0.
Nebraska and Baylor.
He's not at Penn State. The thing. Everybody's oh, no, fuck Matt Rule, or, oh, somebody earlier said Kenny Dillingham, or Signetti, or Stein, or the guy from USF. We're thinking, who cares?
Anybody should be able to win here.
You are actively seeing someone. He just did it at Indiana. And I'm not saying he's the guy, because that's not my thoughts at all. But the reality is, the Big Ten before expansion was a 3-team conference, dude. The entire West sucked. Okay? That's the reality, man. You don't usually get what? We didn't get Ohio State, Michigan State, and Wisconsin or Iowa when they're all good in one year. We didn't get that. That's not what we get. Okay? So Indiana came in the first year. They did what? Did they go 10-2 or 11-1?
I don't remember.
When?
Last year.
With Signetti? I don't remember.
Oh, with 11-1.
Okay. So you mean to tell me this coach from JMU, right? Or
yeah.
No?
Yeah,
JMU. Yeah. He brought all his guys in from JMU. Very respectable program, by the way, in Virginia, JMU. And just brought in all these guys from JMU and said, I'm going to win with these guys. And walked into the Big Ten. Big bad Big Ten before expansion, and went 11-1. But we think
he got a very favorable schedule last year in the Big Ten, though. Too.
It was always a favorable.
They had never done jack shit before that.
I know, but
it's
he
always
played
a favorable
one good
schedule,
team
bro.
in the Big Ten.
Before expansion, it was always favorable. You play Michigan, Ohio State, the expanded playoff. You lose 2 games during the playoff. It doesn't matter. That's what James did, bro. 11-1. He beat USC. USC was not good last year. That was his big win last year. Okay? And then you get in the playoff. He got even more favorable. Honestly, he should be thanking Christ that he did lose the Big Ten championship game. Truthfully. He should be so thankful.
Yeah.
Because he stole 2 ranked wins there that I don't know if he would have beat the others. I mean, you're looking way down the road now. I mean,
how could you say he would?
There's people that said
there's 21
people that
reasons
said-
to say not.
people said 12-0 about this team. I said 11-1.
I said 12-0.
11-1.
So we lost to Oregon, number 1 team in the country, by the way, my opinion, in double overtime.
I still think it's Ohio State.
If you thought that Penn State was going 12-0 or 11-1, and they lost, in my opinion, the number 1 team in the country in double overtime, had a chance to win in overtime, then you shouldn't be concerned. You shouldn't be. But for some reason, now we're all sitting here saying, I don't know about Iowa. I don't know about Indiana. And then even some people are starting to look at Nebraska.
We did receive
if you actually
some
watched
news
the
this
game,
week,
you would see why.
but,
They lost in double overtime, but they should have actually been in double overtime.
I agree.
Right.
I agree.
Yeah, exactly.
But my question is, so if we all feel that way, the fan base feels that way, this is the year, Natty or bust, best offensive line, best running back duo in the country, new number 1 DC in the country. So what's the opinion of the fan base if he goes 9-3?
Well, I said earlier, if you go 9-3 with this team, with everything that's involved in this team, that is a fireable offense. I don't care if Penn State can't afford it. Find the fucking money.
Yeah, and I also
put the fucking stadium on pause. Get rid of his ass.
No, don't do that. We need that.
Well, we still have it regardless.
That place is miserable when there's that many people there. But anyway, yeah, from a viewing, perspective.
I got something for you on that, by the way, when Alex is done.
The concourses are way too small, and yeah, I could go on and on about that. But anyway, I think we need to look at this. I think this fan base's attitude as a whole has already changed following that Oregon loss, because you look at our schedule, right, and you're saying, 11-1, 12-0, whatever. If you were an 11-1 guy like myself or TK, I'm pretty sure the one loss was in Columbus on November 1st, not this game in Happy Valley with the whiteout behind you. So now you lose this game. There's no way in hell that you're thinking, we're going to walk into Columbus and show them. We don't do that ever to Ohio State. That's just not what we do. So you lose this one. I think the mood and all of us, I can't really speak for Nick, but I know the other 3 of us, or you other 2 are very prevalent on Twitter and know a lot of fans on Twitter. So I think we could all agree that the mood of the fan base towards James Franklin has already shifted following this loss.
Yeah.
I'm seeing people saying, yep, I'm out, whatever. Doesn't matter. And I'm talking about people that have been a Franklin defender for way longer than I've been a Franklin defender. So the fact that that's already changing really does feel like we could get to a point, if it does implode by the end of the year, it's a mutual separation.
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be really interesting to see how this team responds. They have UCLA this upcoming weekend, and that should be a game that they just walk right in and walk right out. But it's really going to be interesting to see how this team responds, because that's the type of loss. I mean, you get right back in it, all credit to you, and then you get your heart ripped right out of you again by your quarterback throwing an interception in a big moment again. That's really hard to come off the mat from that. Also, I just don't have a really good feeling. We heard some really bad news this week coming out of practice with Tony Rojas. I don't know if we want to confirm it here or not.
ESPN reported
it's already
I think we're good to talk about.
Okay,
yeah, it's already talk about it.
So
Franklin
Tony Rojas possibly tore his ACL. Franklin always just says long-term injury, but that's the rumor anyway. So you lose your star linebacker. You already dropped a game. You have a top 10 Indiana matchup on the horizon as it is right now, and you go to Columbus. You say it won't be top 10 right now, but as of right now, it is. Who are they going to lose to before then?
They're going to lose to Oregon next week, but whatever.
They'll still be top 15 though.
It'll be a ranked matchup. Yeah.
Hey.
As long as it's just ranked and not top 10, Franklin can win those. He beat.
Well, he's still got a shitty record in the top against the top 25.
That's the game that he wins though, because
that's also a playoff game.
Loses to the 2 best teams on the schedule, and then beats Indiana, And then on the, playoff selection show, you'll hear them say Penn State lost the number 1 team in the country,
I mean,
Oregon or Ohio State,
So
and
if
the number 3 team, whoever the other one is, and beat 15 Indiana. That's how he does it, though. That's how it stays the same cycle.
One other
if you
point I
truly-
also wanted to make real quick, Nick. Last time the fan base and Penn State as a whole, I think, was just this out on James Franklin. I'd say it was probably 2016, right? Like after that Pitt loss, like it was pretty much done. Like it was headed towards a real ugly divorce, especially at that.
Unfair at that point, but
I mean, especially at that halftime in Minnesota, it was bad. It was definitely unfair at that point. But regardless, that was the last time this fan base has been this out on James Franklin. His back was against the wall. Obviously, we know how that ended up. We don't expect it to happen this year, but we saw the way he reacted the last time his back was this against the wall. Maybe, but with Tony Rojas out, you especially can't expect it now. So it's a dark time right now for us Penn State fans. It really sucks, man. We're in hell.
This might be considered blasphemous to say, but if you truly dislike James Franklin, you should not want them to win the Indiana game. You should want them to go 9-3 because I promise you, if they go 10-2,
that's insane. That's insane.
That's wild, bro.
If they go 10-2 and make the playoffs, James Franklin will be your head football coach next year, and you will continue to be in a cycle of 10-2 in playoffs. So if you're happy with being in that cycle, that's great. But if you actually want to see change here, they're going to have to. He's not getting fired at 10-2 and they make the playoffs. I hate to break it to you.
I could never root against Penn State.
I cannot root for them to lose.
I don't think
Kurt Signetti.
I don't think so. So to Nick's point and a little bit further, I'm going to steal a little bit of what Josh Pate said. Like I don't think Franklin's gone at the end of the year. I don't think he's gone, at the end of next year. I just don't think it's going to happen. It's just, and the reason I'm saying this is it's just not it's not what Penn State does. Like we don't fire people. You know what I mean? Like we allowed Joe Paterno to walk around on the sideline with Depends and, 88 years old and broken legs and everything else, forever. And he's 10, 12 years past his prime in terms of coaching. Like, I just don't know, like, have we changed as a university and viewing it as an athletic department where, like, we're willing to make that change? I mean, I guess until it happens, I just don't necessarily believe that we'll do that.
I could see,
and I could see Pat
Kraft doing that.
I don't want them to lose, but I'm just saying if you want James Franklin gone, they have to.
No, you're right. Yeah.
I could see Pat Kraft doing that. I don't know about Penn State as a whole. Like the board of because obviously it has to go through channels.
The loss started the process of him being let go.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And it could go to that mutual agreement thing like I talked about. But
yeah.
There's a lot of jobs open this offseason. That's all I'm saying.
There will be
if he wants to go back to the SEC, there'll be options.
There will be a lot
James
of
Franklin at Florida.
And for those people who say, who are we going to get? We will get someone good. Just trust in Pat Kraft. Trust that the university you love is a great job because it is. We are going to get somebody good when this job opens up.
I think people have the wrong mindset of what James is. Like, what do you consider James as a head coach? Like, do you think he's for you to say who are you going to get? Do you think he's like an elite head coach? Like he's accomplished really nothing. Like
everybody's biggest thing that they don't want to become, what Florida has been since they got rid of Mullen, what Texas was after they got rid of Mac Brown. I mean, Florida was pretty damn good. I mean, but I get it.
It's a loser mentality though. It's like sometimes you have to take a risk. You have to make a gamble if you want to get to a better place. Like look at what Georgia did with Mark Ricks. They were a good program. 9-3, 8-4. They went to a couple SEC title games, went to some New Year's Six bowls, but they never cracked. They never got to the next stage. They fire Rick, they bring in Kirby, and they were the best team in college football for like 5 or 6 years. So,
they are the exception to the rule, though. They are the exception.
They are. No, they are. But Georgia is also in a very good recruiting base, similar to Penn State. They're in a very difficult conference. The schools are not that far off from similarity-wise. They are pretty, from pure TK, you're looking at me like that, but it's really not that crazy. Penn State
Georgia
is
does have a lot of money, though.
They recruit pretty different from us.
Georgia has a lot.
Right now they do
money.
because they have a better coaching staff. But if you want to talk about actual talent near them, it's not that far off.
And let's be honest, like if we're talking about recruiting a little bit, yeah, if Franklin wins some of these games, like recruiting probably looks different, right? Like I'm not saying we're going to recruit at a level of Ohio State or all the time or even Bama or whoever. But you win the game in 2017, you win the game in 2018, you win a game against Michigan when they're, kind of back. You win on Saturday night, and all of a sudden those kids are, I mean, you're looking for a very specific type of kid here where you're still having to sell, come help us get over this hump. And we should be past that point already. We should be saying, come help us win national championships, not come help us beat Ohio State. Right.
I mean,
and that's still where we're at.
They see recruiting wins even when they lose.
To
Yeah.
to a degree, though, Alex, it's almost in the same breath because obviously Ohio State just won the national championship, but there aren't. I mean, let's keep it like as much as we want to shit on Penn State this episode. There aren't that many programs better than us. There aren't that many programs winning ahead of us.
But it's a lot easier to go to a kid and say, hey, look, we beat Ohio State in 16, 17, 18. Maybe you pulled one off in 22 or whatever. I'm not saying you have to beat Ohio State consistently. You're not going to do that. Ohio State's too good to do that. But it'd be nice to have something on paper.
Right. I mean, the number 4 receiver in the class has been crystal balled to Penn State. And I almost feel sorry for the kid and his family for what he's going to endure here because there's no way a top 10 receiver should be anywhere fucking near Penn State's campus.
And if he happens to be tuning in, I hope you don't take TK's advice. But
yeah.
I mean, but let's
don't
talk.
fucking listen to TK.
Let's talk. I mean, what a horrendous product. I mean, what a horrendous product. You brought in these transfers that you paid a shit ton of money for that everyone was super excited about. I think you got one of the top, if not when he hit the portal, Payne, it was the top portal receiver.
Yeah.
And like he's a non-factor, dude. It's a non-factor. Like it's a problem. And again, like this might as well be named the Shit on James podcast. You were responsible for bringing in the coaches.
I will, TK, hold up. I will say, I have seen some clips from that Oregon game. There were a couple times where Pena was wide open and Drew Aller is running for his life because the number 1 offensive line in the country this year couldn't fucking block. If they could have held their blocks on Saturday, we'd be talking a very different tune about Trevor Pena. I promise you that.
Well, I don't think they're
I saw
get better.
3 or 4 different clips. I know. I'm just saying.
He said
it's not
today
Trevor.
that they're sticking with the same group.
Yeah. Well, he's a fucking idiot.
I don't know. I mean, also, I did want to touch on this because Alex was talking about how we need the renovation. Shout out the Hagman tailgate. I had some ribs from their tailgate before the game. They did not sit right with me.
Oh boy.
I knew where this was going.
So I'm in section NB. I get up there. It's shoulder to shoulder. I skip the porta john line, walk to the other side like I'm going up the ramp, and I duck into the last porta potty. Dude, if you're this expansion, you've got to have more bathrooms, man. I mean, the troughs are one thing. The porta potty with throw up and shit all over the ground, like that's the last thing I want to see before I get into the Beaver Stadium, man. I mean, that is nightmare fuel. Like just hell on wheels. Like, and then there's section NB and all of them are right there. NC, all of them. There's like 3 beverage carts, bro. Like, come on,
it's
man.
miserable when there's that many people there.
And I'm really close to saying that Penn State should eliminate chairbacks completely because the stadium seating cannot handle it. It cannot. Like, my knees are through the back of the individual sitting in front of me. Like, and I'm apologizing
those things suck.
Like, I'm apologizing, but I'm not really apologizing because I have to sit that way.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Yeah. Fuck those. All right, guys. don't really want to talk about UCLA too much. Definitely don't really care to talk about the rest of college football this week. Penn State losing that game really fucking killed my spirit. I'm not gonna lie. Like, they ruined my whole fucking weekend. They ruined my whole week. Like, I don't know about you guys, but it really ruins everything for me.
Don't stay. Hey, listen. If it's a top 10 game in State College, and you want to stay downtown, and you want to be close to everything, don't stay at the Graduate, because there's nowhere worse to be after a loss at Penn State than the Graduate, because you walk in your room and there's a life-size fucking Nittany lion lamp sitting right there staring at you. That is the worst thing to see at 1:30 in the morning. The worst.
Is there anything that you guys want to hit on when it comes to this UCLA game? Anything you're looking forward to seeing? Anybody that you want to see come onto the scene? Drew Aller respond from the interception? Do you even want to talk about it? Just fucking win the game.
42-10 is the prediction. They'll be lucky to do that, and let's hope they win the fucking game.
50. I mean,
yeah, I'm expecting it. I'm expecting it.
48-10, man.
Yeah, I think it'll
suck.
be like 24-6.
Bro, if it's 24-6, I'm gonna be really
I'm with
fucking
you,
pissed
Alex.
off.
I think it'll be like 24-6. I don't know. So the question to me is like, I do want to see like how this team responds.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a really bad team, so I'm not like super worried that they're somehow gonna lose this game. But I mean, they got to pick themselves up off the mat. I know TK might disagree with me when I say this, but I do think Franklin is correct in saying now's a good time to get out of Dodge, get out of town. I think that's correct. I think this
Who
team
says
needs
that?
to
Who
get out of
says that?
town. I mean, baseball managers say it every now and then.
Who says that
Yeah.
after a loss like that?
I mean, to get away from the noise, to come back together as a team, all
Go
those
touch
kinds of things. Like,
grass.
I do think it's a good time to get out of town. Go win a ball game and come back.
Go interview for the UCLA job. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, USC is close by, so.
Yeah, I mean, Lincoln Riley might be unemployed soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He might be interviewing for 2 jobs out there. I could see this game being like probably 13-6 at halftime, and we are all just bitching. And then the end of the game, it's like 30-10, and we feel shitty about the. That's kind of how the game went last year too. So I'm expecting
Either way,
not
And,
much
he's
of a
gonna blame.
difference.
He's gonna blame the fact that they have a brand new defensive coordinator, and he's gonna say, "Well, weren't able really to plan for the new coach and the new scheme."
Yeah, and they got a
either
new
way,
offensive
however the
coordinator,
game
too.
goes, I will be tuned up on espresso martinis at the beach, so I will be just fine.
Living that life.
I have a wedding this weekend, so I'll be ignoring the game.
That is good for you guys to get yourselves a little disconnected.
Me and AP have to watch the game on our TVs, like fucking schmucks.
Yeah. Looking forward to it. All right, guys. Well, it was fun bitching about James Franklin. Really appreciate you guys. And, listeners, we thank you. Make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube channel. Be sure to follow us on Twitter. And can't wait for next week.
Fire James Franklin.
Fire James Franklin. We are.